Get ready for a night of pure metal power. Crypta is bringing their explosive sound to Madison Live on September 10th. Their chart-topping album, Shades of Sorrow, and worldwide tours have cemented them as one of the fastest rising forces in metal. Frontwoman and bassist Fernanda Lira is here to chat about her upcoming stop here in the Queen City. So Fernanda, for those who might be new to Crypta, how would you describe your sound and the energy that you bring to the stage?
We're a Brazilian four-piece, all-girl four-piece, and we're a very heavy band. We're metal, but we play death metal, so it's a little bit more on the extreme side. But for those who also enjoy some melody, there are some atmospheric and like more melodic elements in our music. So if you like a nice show, if you like an energetic show, if you like melodic but also aggressive music, and if you just like to have some nice night of fun, I think you're gonna enjoy your show. We like to deliver very energetic sets.
Well, a night of fun and high energy, we'll take that. So your album, Shades of Sorrow, had a huge impact worldwide. What was the moment like when you saw the album debut on so many charts?
We were honestly so flattered, and still are today, to be honest, because of course we're a very hardworking band. We tour a lot. Last year we did we played 138 shows, if I'm not wrong. So we're out there, like playing on the road. We're a very active band, and I like to think that we're very professional too. But yeah, we're very hardworking, and in this sense, you always kind of expect that it will take you places. You always expect something out of your hard work, I think, and we really wanted, like, our main goal was like, yeah, we want this album to reach as many listeners as possible, but like charting Billboard and charting, like everywhere in Germany, in the US, and in Canada, we were definitely not expecting that. I was definitely not hoping to chart like twice in Billboard. That is something that I still like. I've been saying this, that I'm not even gonna say it was a dream come true, because like I would never think that, a death metal band, like a Brazilian death metal band, would be able to do that. So it was not even a dream come true. It was like a complete shock for us. So again, like, I think that we want to get places. We work a lot for that, but still, like, understanding that our album reached way further than we thought it could be. This was honestly very flattering for us. It served well as a fuel for us to, well, it kind of feels like we're doing something right. Let's keep on going. It was a nice validation for us, I think. So, but we weren't expecting this. I can guarantee you we weren't expecting, and we're just so happy, like, because again, our main goal was like getting our music out there for whoever felt our music resonated with them. But then, like, everything else we got playing, like this dream festivals and charting and everything, this whole bonus was like, we really appreciated.
Now, Fernanda, when was the first time you picked up an instrument and knew that this is what you wanted to do?
I gladly enough, I come from a very musical family, not in the sense that everyone plays instruments, but because like my dad is a metalhead, and like more of a metalhead than me. Like he's very serious about his metal, like, so since I was a kid, I was exposed in a good way to metal since like early stages of my childhood, like, so I remember at like 5, 6, my dad would record some cassette tapes to me with my favorites from the music he was listening. So there was like from Iron Maiden, Kiss, to like Biohazard and Suicidal Tendencies, because I was like, yeah, I like that song. And I remember because my dad would put the date there. So I remember there were like tapes from like 1995, 1996. So when I was like 6. And then, so I I'm really used to listening to music, and mainly harder music like metal since I was a kid. But also my dad, he's a bass player, but he never played in a band, and he never actually had a bass, but he had like an acoustic guitar that he would tune down so it sounded, like more bassy, and then he would play as if it was a bass. So that was my first contact, and I would take this as a kid at around like 7 to 8, and I would try and play it, like he was doing, and like I would see in the video clips, like we would watch on TV. And then that's how it started. I started like getting in touch with this, and actually like as you mentioned, like touching an instrument when I was like 7, probably 7, 8, I don't know. But when I actually started trying to play it, I think I was around like 11, something like that. And then like when I was 15, I had my first bass.
If you could go back in time and tell your younger self everything you've done to this point and accomplished, what do you think your younger self would think?
I was a very dreamy girl, although I said, like from my background, like a little bit poor background, I didn't, I think dreaming too big was not a possibility, but I've always been like a dreamy girl, like I would watch, like all those bands on stage and playing shows, like, oh my God, that is cool, like, but I never thought I would actually be able to do that one day. So I think if I could go back in time to especially my teenager self, that would, like gather her friends in the living room, and we would be like headbanging with broomsticks, pretending as guitars, having broomsticks as guitars, like just headbanging in my living room, and stuff. And I would say, hey, you're gonna travel the world, you're gonna play Wacken, you're gonna play all the festivals you like, and you're gonna live off your music. I don't think I would be able to believe that. I was like, that sounds freaking cool. That's what we want to do. But are you sure about that? So I don't think I think she would be really happy. I think my younger self would be really happy with like starry eyes.
Oh, wow, Fernanda, your journey is incredible. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. How can people watching this get tickets and follow along the journey of Crypta as you travel all around the world?
Our socials, you just type Crypta and you're going to find our YouTube. Our Instagram is Crypta Death, as for death metal. And on Instagram, on Facebook, we're also there. And those are the best spots where you can actually, like not only find links for your tickets and everything, but also just to, like get a little bit closer to us and our Crypta universe and everything, and maybe get ready for the show. And we're also on all your favorite digital platforms, streaming platforms, so you can check it out. And make sure you check some live videos. Make sure you check some live videos. You'll see me doing like this Fernanda here that gets all emotional, like, and teary eyes. Like, it's another Fernanda on stage. You check the videos out. I hope you get hyped, and I hope you go to the concert. We promise it's going to be a good one. We love playing the US. We're very happy to be back. It's going to be a great one.
All right, Crypta will be at Madison Live in Covington, September 10th. You can learn more at madisontheater.com.